Hi, my name's Miss Emmett and I look after business and economics at St Peter's School. So I'm here to tell you about an alternative to the business GCSE. Mr Squires has been telling you all about that in another video, but I'm here to tell you about the Cambridge National in Enterprise and Marketing. So this will be our third year that have run the Cambridge National Enterprise and Marketing, and there's a number of reasons that we decided to offer it. Okay, so it consists of students developing their own business based on the scenario given by the exam board. So it's a different way of looking at the same information. So the information that we cover is very similar to that which is covered in GCSE business. So it involves students working on two topics really. One is developing the product, which is entitled Designing a Business Proposal. And the second is Market and Pitch a Business Proposal. So students have to design their own product. So this year it has been a hat. In previous years it has been a pizza. We are given what it has to be. The exam board will tell us what it has to be. So you have to design your own product, conduct market research about that product, and make decisions regarding the marketing of the product. So where you're going to, what shop you're going to sell it in, what price you're going to sell it at, how you're going to promote it, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of theory will be taught in the classroom, but there's a degree of independent work when the students apply the principles to your own business. It's about you having your own business and starting your own business. So it's assessed differently, and this is probably one of the biggest areas that's different. There's two pieces of coursework: Designing a Business Proposal, Market and Pitch. They are pieces of extended writing, they are pieces of coursework, and there will be some mathematical calculation in there because you need to look at how much you're going to charge and how much revenue that will make you, and therefore how much profit. Between the two pieces of coursework, they make up 50% of the marks, of the overall marks, so the 25% each. And we submit the first piece of coursework at the end of year 10 and the other one at the end of year 11. So the assessment starts from the minute you sit on the seat in the classroom. The second piece of coursework, students will have to actually stand up and present. Okay, so the fact that you are presenting, you will be marked on that as well. And it is moderated externally, so it gets sent away and somebody else moderates it. So I mark it, or the teacher marks it, and then it gets sent away, and the external moderator will say, yes, we agree with your marks, or no, we don't agree with your marks. So they can put they can put your marks down. They can put them up, but they rarely seem to do that. The exam follows the same theory. So for example, if we're looking at products, we might look at the product life cycle. So you might think about, how long is it going to take you to get your product to market? And there will be questions on that in the exam as well. We will look at market segment. So who are you aiming your hat or your pizza at? Yeah, what segment of the market, and there will be questions on that in the exam. So the two follow the same thing. So you're not actually learning one lot of stuff for the exam and another lot of stuff for the coursework. The two are for the same. The same information will go for the two. Okay. The surprising thing about this course is that the exam is taken at the end of year 10. And it is a proper external exam. I don't even see it. I've got no idea what's in it. And it's marked externally, and you get the results when you come back in September. So the assessment is quite different. Why should you study the subject? If you enjoy communicating and explaining your points. So that doesn't mean having a chat in the classroom. It means communicating your points for your proposal. It means exploring and presenting alternative courses of action. So I could have done this, but what about if I did that? And therefore making a decisions. Working with numbers to solve business problems. So if I charge this for my product, for example, how much profit will I make? And if I charge a little bit more, will I make more profit? Or is it worth trying to charge that? So you're learning about the world of business through research and investigation. And why should you study the subject? The biggest reason that you should study the subject is you'll be involved in business all your life. It doesn't matter what job you have, even if you're working on your own, you will be a business person. So you'll be involved in businesses all your life, and it helps you prepare you for that. Common misconceptions, let's get rid of me. Common misconceptions about the course. It's not about watching Dragon's Den and The Apprentice. Okay, so people think that, oh, there's not a lot to business because I've watched The Apprentice. So therefore, there's not an awful lot to it and I can do it because I could do better than them on The Apprentice. Fine. Okay, that's not what it's about. There's a lot of theory behind it. So there is a lot of theoretical input. There are different words that you have to learn, new words that you have to learn, etc. So we might watch Dragon's Den or we might watch The Apprentice, particularly when we're looking at the second half of the course, when we're looking at pitching your ideas. So you need to get ideas on what you should do when you pitch and what you shouldn't do when you pitch. However, what we also need to look at is what can go wrong in a pitch, and there's quite a lot of examples of that on Dragon's Den and The Apprentice. Okay, other misconceptions is that we don't have maths. Well, obviously profit is the objective of most businesses, and therefore there is a mathematical element when we look at cash flow, when we look at profit and loss and that sort of thing. Not masses. You need to be able to work out percentages is about as complicated as it gets. And the other misconception is that at the beginning you're just sort of bobbing along. Well, actually you're not, because from the word go, like I said earlier, from the word go, you start working on your first piece of coursework as soon as we start the course. So as soon as you work on your first piece of coursework, that starts towards your qualification, and that is what will get sent off. Okay, and finally, the sort of questions that we tend to get asked on Choices Evenings. Why should I choose this rather than GCSE business? It's a personal choice. So both courses study similar topics. It's just an alternative to GCSE, which has a big coursework element. And that's the difference. And that's partly why we introduced it a few years ago, because it's got a big coursework element and that suits some students more than a GCSE. Can I use this qualification towards entry requirements for sixth form? Does it count as a GCSE? It absolutely counts as a GCSE. The grades are awarded are slightly different, the distinction, merit and pass, but they are equivalent to GCSE grades. Okay, now you might see in the information it says that it's a level 1 or a level 2. Level 2 is GCSE level. If you don't get the level 2, if you don't get the GCSE level, then you will get a level 1, which is slightly below a GCSE level. Okay, so there's a bit of a fallback for it. It's ideal for anyone wishing to take business at the next level. Again, at A level, we have A level business, and we have the Cambridge Technical in business, which again has a coursework element. So the Cambridge National leads into the Cambridge Technical. But there's nothing to stop you doing A-level business if you've decided you've had enough of coursework. So yes, it does count towards one of your GCSEs for entry into the sixth form, and not just at St Peter's, anywhere. Okay, I hope that I have managed to cover everything that you want from this. If you have any questions, then please feel free to ask. If we are back in school, then my room is A15, and I'm quite willing to answer any questions that anyone has at any time. Thank you for listening.